This week on CWN, our sport teams have been extremely busy.
And did you enjoy the holidays? I'm Maddie.
And I'm Dawson, and today is Saturday, January 7th, 2023. You're watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review. So welcome back, Maddie. This is our first show of the new year.
You know, it's great to be back. I had a really good break, but it really wasn't long enough.
It was. I was very busy with baseball getting prepared for the season.
It sounds good. Now let's kick off the show with a recap over some of the things that occurred before the break. One of our dress-up days in the last weeks of December was Blue Christmas. Jace spoke to one of our choir students to find out more on what he did for the day. Here's Jace with Logan for more.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Jason. I'm here with Logan. So, Logan, I understand you're going to be performing later on today. What are you going to be performing?
Well, since it's Blue Christmas Day, I plan on performing Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley in front of Mrs. Dietrich's class.
Cool. Let's take it to him.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. The decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same if you're not here with me.
Thank you, Logan. That was fantastic. Now let's take it back to the studio.
Coach Hensler's English 1 class had a project over Shakespeare's works where they acted out a play. Let's send it to William with more on what they did.
Hi, I'm William Nolan. I'm here with Coach Hensler. So, Coach, I hear that your freshman class is doing performances of Midsummer Night's Dream and Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, that's right. We read both those plays this year, and instead of just reading the plays as part of the end of the year, finishing the project, I have the kids perform the plays. I choose some scenes for them specifically to perform, and it helps them, they say, to understand the play after actually having to block the scene and act it out a little bit instead of just sitting there and reading it.
Do you do this every year?
I've done this. This is the second or third year in the row now that I've done this. When we switched to the pre-AP curriculum a few years ago, this was part of the new pre-AP curriculum where they made us act out the scene. It was a requirement that they act one out. And so I've chosen some scenes for them. Specifically, I wanted scenes, I had to be particular where there weren't like 10 people in a scene, so I've chosen some scenes where there's only 4 actors in a scene. And I tried to pick scenes that were a little more action-y where they'd have fun, like moving around and acting it out. And they've done a good job with it.
Oh, so they don't just sit down and read them off? They actually get up and...
Yeah, they each have a script, and they get up in the room, and we have, some of them make prop weapons. Some of them today got into costume, and, they kind of get into it. They get some bonus points for, going the extra mile, and, of course, I appreciate that, and it makes it more fun for the class.
Are the best performances from the theater kids?
Sometimes I'm a little surprised. Sometimes, yes, that's very much the case. And sometimes I tell some kids, hey, you need to maybe think about being in the theater. That was a great performance. Sometimes they, can create tears out of nowhere, and sometimes they can make us laugh. And so, all those things go really well.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
AutoCAD covered 3D planning before the break. Here's Elliot with the rundown.
Hello, Cass. Today I'm here with Kelton. Kelton, what are you doing today in engineering?
This week we've been making our own 3D designs and what we have on the computer, Fusion 360, and then we have Ms. Compton printed out for us when we're ready.
And what do you think about this class? Do you like it?
I like this class a lot because I like my family. I've had people in my family that have been engineers and they make a lot of money. I kind of want money.
As most of you know, there was a freeze a few weeks ago. Logan spoke with Coach Luna for an update on the atrium and how it did with the temperature drop, as well as Coach Luna plans to do in the future for the atrium.
Hello there, Calallen TV. My name is Logan Braza, and I'm here with Coach Luna today. So, Coach, it has come to our attention that the atrium had recently died during the freeze, and that you are currently in charge of the atrium. Mm-hmm. Now, we know it's not your fault because of the freeze, yes, but do you have any plans to fix it for the future?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, before when we started out, it was Miss Sutton's responsibility, and then she passed the torch to us. My classes are going to help this spring make like a garden and prepare so that way in the real world they'll learn how to make their own supplies and their own herbs and stuff like that. But we knew early on winter is always horrible for us, so we said, you know what, let's just wait, let nature do its course. It'll probably get really cold, let that die off, and then we'll bring in the new. So that's our plans for this semester.
That's cool. And personal question that the students really want to know is that, will there be any new plants you'll be using this year?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we've had a vote of students that told us, hey, miss, it's really dull in there and there's no color. So our plans are to get some flowers with a lot of color, the purples, the pinks, the nice stuff. And then also within the next year or two, we plan on getting like some tables with umbrellas so we can actually sit outside and enjoy our time in the sun with color.
That's nice. I'm pretty sure the students of Calallen will not wait to see it.
I know.
And with that, now back to the studio.
So you never know with Texas, we have our weather going up and down all the time, but it was actually nice to get a colder Christmas this year.
Yes, it was.
Or last year. And the forensics class worked with a crime scene setup. Let's take a look at what all they did.
Hi, I'm Elias Sims here, deceased Dr. Hotchkiss, and Tyler and Richard over here to my left. Tyler, Richard, can y'all tell me about the crime scene y'all wrote up for the students for forensic science?
Yeah, so we wrote a crime scene about the murder of Dr. Hotchkiss with suspects Coach Ashburn, Coach Acosta, Coach Chagoda, Taven Garcia, a student here, Miss Barker, Mr. Eason, and Mr. Lowe as the suspects. The murder took place on a stormy day, December 29th, on a Thursday after school. She was setting up a lab, and she got shot through the chest with a candy cane harpoon gun. That's pretty much all we can say for now.
Thank you for explaining that. Sounds interesting. I'm sure all the students are interested in it and ready to solve the murder. And thank you for your time.
We interviewed computer science teacher Mr. Eason to find out more on the project his AP class has been working on.
Hi, I'm William from Calallen TV, and I'm here with Mr. Eason. So, Mr. Eason, I hear that your AP classes are doing a project. Could you tell us about that?
Last year, the last 3 weeks of school or so, we started on the AP Computer Science Principles Create task. It counts actually for 30% of their AP score, but since it's a project that all the students end up doing, I just make it as a semester final, essentially. So we're spending this week to finalize the little details of it so that the ones that are taking the AP exam can get it submitted to College Board.
What do you do for this project?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. So the basics of it is there's 4 main requirements that your program has to have: input, output, a list, and then some kind of special block or procedure. And from those 4 requirements, students can do anything. As long as it has those things in it, they can do a project on just about anything. So I've got students that have projects on trying to catch butterflies. I have students moving little sprites around to get fish. I've got some zodiac things in there to pick your sign based on the date that you enter. Lots of different stuff that all my kids have come up with. Some really creative ideas coming out of this project, so I'm really excited about it.
Hunter spoke to Mrs. Compton for her recent Intro to Engineering project regarding her career exploration. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, I'm here with Ms. Compton, and so Ms. Compton, what is your project going to be about?
So right now my Intro to Engineering students are exploring careers in engineering that have to deal with different various fields in engineering. There's mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and so today we're talking about electrical and electronics engineering.
Okay, so what do y'all basically do? What are some of the things y'all do?
So what I try to incorporate with each engineering discipline is that students get to try a little bit of hands-on projects with each type of engineering discipline. Mm-hmm. And so right now they're exploring the electronics, and they're getting to, yesterday they made little circuits that accomplish different tasks, and today they're getting to play with different sound circuits.
Well, that sounds very fun. That's it from us. Now back to the studio.
One of our teachers, Miss Hubert, was out for a short period of time due to a knee replacement surgery, but she is now back. Here's Lexi with more on her return.
Hey Wildcats, we're here with Miss Hubert. Miss Hubert, I heard you had a total knee replacement surgery. Can you tell me how the recovery of that was?
So far my recovery is going amazing. I am vertical and I am able to walk. This would have been my 4th surgery that I've had in the last 8 months. I had a knee replacement in April, and as most of you know, I wasn't able to walk, so I had 3 more surgeries after that. And I recently had another knee replacement where they took my old implant out and put another implant in, and I am actually doing amazing. So my recovery is going great, and I'm so glad to be back at Calallen ISD.
That's great. We're so glad you're back. Thank you, Miss Hubert. Back to the studio.
So Miss Hubert just came back from her knee replacement surgery, but she's doing great. But Miss Vermillion did a great job while she was gone.
Yes, she did. I know a lot of students were really excited to have Miss Hubert back. And Callie caught up with Miss Dietrich for more on volunteer opportunities. Let's send it to them for more information.
Hi, Ms. Dietrich. Is there any volunteering opportunities?
Yes, there are. As you all know, like in National Honor Society and Interact Club and in the various clubs, and just because you're a great person, there's opportunities for you to help and serve others. There is a huge opportunity this Saturday night. Notice the clipboard right here. They're having the little dribblers basketball all day long from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock, and we need 2 volunteers per slot. If you're a senior Interact student, this is a great way for you to get some points in here to fulfill your requirements. So this clipboard will be outside my room, 507, and there'll be a pencil provided. Don't take the pencil. And sign up, and let's go ahead and help out these kids. National Honor Society, check with Ms. Vincent about that. But let's go out. It's a great way to start the new year with helping other people. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dietrich. Now that's all from us, and back to the studio.
So Little Dribblers started up, and it's really neat to see our own basketball players volunteering to be coaches and refs.
Yeah, some of my good friends like Bryce is out there doing that right now.
Sounds good.
Emma and Autumn have more information on Three Kings Day, which occurred on Friday. Let's take a look.
Hey, it's Autumn here with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Emma. So, Emma, what are y'all doing in Spanish class?
So Friday is the day of the Three Kings in Spanish culture. So we are writing on a little balloon a little letter to the Three Kings of the 5 things that we would want from them.
Awesome. And what are your 2 things?
I would probably want clothes and Taylor Swift tickets.
That's cool. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Now let's take it to Monique with the rundown on sports.
Thank you, Maddie, and good morning, Wildcats. The girls and boys basketball teams played Alice here at Calallen on Tuesday night. The freshman, JV, and varsity girls teams won, with varsity defeating the Coyotes 46-28. Let's send it to Emily for on the girls basketball game.
Hey Cats, my name's Emily, and today I'm here with Coach Spencer. So Coach, can you tell us a little bit about the Alice game that happened yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought we came out defensively very strong. Was able to get a big lead, I think 16-3 or something like that at one point. Very pleased with our intensity throughout the game. Ended up with an 18-point victory, moving 3-1 district. Set up a great matchup against Toloso Midway at their place this Friday. Get a win there and tie for first in district. Be right there where we need to be.
All right, make sure y'all head out to the Toloso versus Calallen game this Friday. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
The boys basketball team also defeated Alice Tuesday night, winning 70-53. We caught up with Coach Burnett for more information. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Calallen Wildcats. I'm here with Coach Burnett. Coach Burnett, last night y'all played the Alice Coyotes and y'all straight up dominated. What was the score to that?
Score was 70-53.
So last night y'all showing the score. It was a 17-point game. What was a lot of the success? Where did they come from?
A lot of the success came from hustle. We got after it from the jump. We hit a lot of shots. We got back, played really good defense. Our guys were hustling, and it showed in the end.
Y'all are starting off District 2-0, where last week y'all went and played against Laredo Harmony School of Excellence. Y'all won there, and then y'all came and beat Alice last night. How are you feeling about this game on Friday against Toloso Midway?
We feel good. A lot of momentum going into the game at TM on Friday. Our boys feel good, and we just got to keep continuing it.
And so last night I got to talk to you after the win, and I asked you to describe the game in 3 words, and those words were?
I said it was hustle, it was fun, and we executed our game plan.
And y'all sure did. Good luck on Friday. And next week, on Tuesday, they're going to be off, so make sure to hit them up the next Friday where they will be playing against the Brahmas of Kingsville, correct?
That's correct.
Well, good job last night, Coach. That's all from here. Let's take it back to the studio.
The girls and boys also had a huge game last night against TM, our rival school right down the street. So it was an amazing game. If you weren't there, you missed it, and we will have those results for you next week. The swim team has a meet in TM also this weekend. Let's send it over to Christian, who interviewed Coach Lawrence for the rundown.
Hi, I'm Christian Cantu, and I'm here with Coach Lawrence. Coach Lawrence, I heard y'all have a swim meet this week. Where will that be taking place, and how do y'all think y'all will do?
Yes, we have swim meet, and we are going over to Toloso Midway. It's a 2-day meet. We have prelims on Friday, and then we will go back and have finals on Saturday. It's actually what they call a qualifying meet. You have to have certain times to get into the races that you want to race. Most of my kids do qualify, so we're looking forward to the competition. Have a lot of teams from different areas, so we're, again, looking forward to seeing the different competition and seeing how we compete.
Thank you, Coach Rance. That's all from me. Back to the studio.
Our spring sports will be starting soon. We have some information for you about some of the sports that are already prepping for the season. Starting us off, baseball season is coming up. Jace spoke with Coach Chapman for an update. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Jason. I'm here with Coach Chapman. So, Coach Chapman, I understand baseball is going to start up soon. Do you know the exact date?
Yeah, we start January 20th, and it will be our first practice, and that's a Friday, actually 2 weeks from now, or 3 weeks.
Okay. When's going to be y'all's first tournament?
Our first tournament will be in McAllen, Texas, and I think it's the last week of February.
Okay. What are you expecting out of this season?
Same thing I expect always, that we end our season at Round Rock, and if that's a possibility, then we're going to have a lot of people step up and make it a dream come true for them.
Are there any players in specific that you're expecting more out of? Any leaders to step up?
No names of anything like that, but just basically the whole team and all the players that are involved in our program should be trying to step up and either make the varsity or become a starter or to become that one that steps up and puts us over the hump.
Sweet. All right, guys, that's all for me. Let's take it back to the studio.
Softball season will also be starting soon. Here's an update on all what they have been currently doing and more information with Coach Razzo.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Jason. I'm here with Coach Razzo. So, Coach Razzo, I understand that softball is going to be starting up soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, actually, practice starts on January 13th, which is in 10 days from now, 8 days from now. And then our first scrimmages here will be on July 28th. Calallen Classic after that here we'll have in Calallen a weekend of tournament games. And our first district game is in March also.
Okay. What are you expecting out of the season?
Just to play hard, come out, play strong, and do the best we can for represent Calallen. Hopefully make a good march into June. That's our goal, ultimate goal.
All right, sweet. So good luck to all of our softball players. And that's all for me. Let's take it back to the studio.
Track will also be kicking off their season soon. Here's William with Coach Campbell for more information and his thoughts on the upcoming season.
Hi, I'm William Nolan. I'm here with Coach Campbell. So, Coach, I hear track's about to start up. Do you know when specifically that is?
We're going to try to start track like we normally do right after the livestock show, which is going to be somewhere like January the 23rd.
Are people still able to sign up?
Yes. We start off on January the 23rd, and then anybody that wants to, like we let the basketball players come out after basketball season, and golf, if they want to come out and run track, we let those guys come out after golf, and we let soccer players come out. So anybody that wants to come out can come out on January 23rd and get started with the rest of them.
Have you already had people sign up for track?
Technically, no. We don't have an athletic period for track, and but we just pretty much assume that all the boys that ran cross country will run track and run the distance races, and then a lot of the athletes that are in fourth period and seventh period football, we kind of assume that a lot of those guys are going to run track.
Do you expect to have a good season this year?
We hope so. We finished second last year in district and have a lot of the track athletes coming back. So sometimes it's kind of hard to get the seniors out, in the springtime. They're all ready to graduate and they start getting other things on their mind. But no, we should have a good track season, both in the boys and the girls.
Okay, well, that's great to hear. Back to the studio.
Both soccer teams are playing in tournaments today. The boys team is in Ingleside and the girls are in McAllen. Here's Coach Love with more on the girls tournament.
Hello there, Calallen TV. My name is Logan Braz, and I'm here with Coach Love today. So, Coach, it's come to our attention that you guys are doing a competition this week in McAllen. How do you feel about that?
We're pretty excited. We go to this tournament quite a bit, and it always pushes us. And so I'm excited to see what we've got coming, and then kind of see what we're going to do. So I'm excited about it, and just kind of ways that we've prepared for it going into this competition here is we're really working on our defensive line, but also looking offensively to put some goals in the back of the net is what we're looking at. So we're pretty excited about the weekend, and can't wait to see what happens. And we know we've got to bring it, and we're definitely going to have to work pretty hard to make sure that we take care of business out there.
Well, that sounds great. We wish you the best of luck. And with that, now back to the studio.
And we have two of our very own soccer players, Emma and Aaron, who are not with us today, who are competing in the tournaments. We will also have the results for you next week. And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Back to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Monique. Even our spring sports are starting to get ready too. I know you play baseball.
Yes, we're getting prepared. We're ready. We're gonna go out there and have a good season. Also, last year I was in the Three Kings thing. We used to cut the cake, and then if you got a baby, then it was something good for you.
Well, that's neat. And here's Candace with today's weather forecast. How's it looking outside, Candace?
Thank you, anchors. Happy New Year. It is so glad to be back. Today's weather is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. We are now seeing some warmer weather make an appearance into the forecast with some rain on Sunday, but right now we're looking at some sunshine and the weather being 74 degrees, 24% chance of rain, and the winds blowing from the south-southeast at 13 miles per hour. Looking further on into the rest of the day, temperature is going to rise up to 75 degrees, stay consistent at 4 o'clock, and then drop down to 67 later on this afternoon. Percent chance of rain also increasing to 15%, dropping down to 10, and then picking back up to 31% later on tonight. And the winds will be blowing from the south-southeast at 13 miles per hour, and then dropping down to 9 miles per hour later on tonight as well. Looking further into Sunday, we're going to see some clouds roll in and also the higher percent chance of rain at 40%. Weather is going to be 67 degrees and the winds will be blowing from the north-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Also, the next break to look forward to is Livestock Show break, which is in 7 days. It's off weather this weekend and back to the anchors.
Thank you, Candace.
And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, what do eggs say when they pull a prank?
I don't know, Dawson. What?
Yoke's on you.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CalallenTV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.